Hey guys, welcome to Isaiah's Reviews, and today we will be reviewing a Neso Party Tent. It's a huge, massive tent, probably intended for land, but it is advertised on the beach. So we took it to the beach with us because we have a large group, and we decided to set it up in a low wind. So we actually got some good footage, good pics of it out there. I got some recommendations for it and some improvements that they need to make for it, all that good stuff, and we're going to get into that in this video. I want to read their description of this Neso Party Tent because it's got all the sizes and specs in it, which I think is important before we roll into the actual product on the beach itself. They say this is made from a Lycra nylon blend. The Neso Party Tent is lightweight and easy to set up. It's like 28 pounds, by the way. It's also water resistant, UPF 50 plus rating to keep you protected from the sun's harsh rays. It is nice on that side of it, I'll tell you that. It feels like a huge shaded, like you're under a massive tree. That's what it feels like out on the beach because no sun's getting to you. Neso Party Tent is 11 feet by 22 feet and weighs 23.4 pounds. I was off. 23.4 pounds, not 28. Included with your Neso Party Tent is everything you'll need to set it up. You'll receive 6 rust-proof aluminum poles at 8 feet 2 inches tall, which means that you can walk completely under this thing. There's no obstructions to your little heady poo there, dad. So no worries, tall mom. Perfectly safe. For the frame, 6 anchor bags to fill with natural resources like sand or rock, 6 daisy chain anchors, cords with carabiners, and 6 ultimate ground stakes powered by orange screw. Thank you to me, Neso, by the way. You'll also get a carrying bag 19.5 inches with a cooler pocket for your drinks and snacks. None of that's real. Let's go ahead and debunk that description a little bit right there because this is where the improvements on Neso's side. They did listen to Orange Screw guy right here who right off the rip bought orange screws for the Neso out on the beach and used them only. I don't use any sand in the bags. The orange screws are fantastic. I recommended it to them. Lo and behold, they have a partnership with them, and they're black orange screws. Thanks to me for that. I'm holding that. I don't care if you say, no, no, I did it. I did that. I'm the sole responsible person for you having orange screws. No kidding. You do get some carabiners and stuff, which if you have a sidelines, I have a Neso sidelines, you kind of get that little kit in there, so it's kind of easy clip-on system to the anchors. I like that. But for out there on the sand, the bags that are on the nylon cords themselves, you just pull the bags up a little bit and you can drape it right around the hook that's on the screw. It's no problem. Just dig loose sand down to good firm sand, go in it at an angle, screw it in by hand. It comes with a tube that you use once you get it down so far by finger to do it on land. Don't use that thing on the sand because sand will get in between the pipe and where it inserts into the orange screw and it will get stuck. So don't use the piping, just use your hands. You can do it down as far enough, but don't go too much where you feel like you might break it. The bag itself, since it talked about, hey, use the front pouch as a cooler, you can't do that and carry your screws and all the extra goodies that comes with it. You'll never use that as a cooler. The bag for all Nesos needs to be completely redone. Now the Neso Sidelines bag is great. I like it. But for all the ones that can go out on the beach, their bags are complete and utter garbage. I mean, it's kind of embarrassing to bring this thing. I had the family, like, hey, here's this new thing I'm going to try. I got a lot of faith in it. And the bag rips instantly. It is the most pathetic bag I've ever seen in my life, on the beach, off beach, whatever. I mean, it's so generic. It is practically, you have to buy your own bag right off the bat. Don't even mess with their bag. Get it in, have a bag for the fabric, and then have something for the poles. Or maybe you can use their bag at that point for the pole, or use their bag for the fabric and then transition over for something else for pole. Getting them both in there is such a disaster because the divider that's in there is going to completely rip down one side the first time you use it. First off, you're not going to get it back in there the way they had it. It's not going to happen. So it's going to press against that middle divider fabric. It's supposed to divide the poles from the fabric. It's going to press against that. It's going to instantly rip all down one side, which makes that divider useless. Absolutely useless. And another thing is those stakes that go into the bag, they point straight up. It's kind of dangerous because all it is a piece of Velcro. That is needed to be a stronger secured pocket elsewhere. You need a side pocket with length, not as wide, but the length for the things to fit down into and zip or secure better, like a longer fold over that's dedicated for those orange screws, because you're going to get somebody hurt. Somebody's going to reach down in there and they're going to cut themselves down through here. Something's going to happen. Yeah, it's going to be their fault probably, but still, you're going to get somebody hurt with those pointy screws just sticking out of that bag flap. It's terrible. You need another pouch on the other side for all the extra accessories, right? And then you have a pouch that has nothing in it, that has the insulation for maybe a cooler or something, I guess, but you're not going to use it ever for a cooler. So just do away with that pouch in general and just have 2 dedicated pouches on the sides, not the front, for these screws, and then all the carabiner extra goodie, whatever crap you got. And then reinforce the bag completely over again, especially for a party tent that weighs this much. It's going to rip. And then the shoulder pieces are terrible. There's videos online of a guy just going boop, and it just tears right off, pops right off, because of the crappiest material, the crappiest stitch on the planet Earth. I love the product, okay? I'm not going to rag on the product itself, but the bag has always been an issue. No matter what size you get, it sucks. So completely redo the bag, please. Dedicated pockets for dedicated things that come with the product, and just do away with the cooler pocket. Nobody's going to use it, I promise. No one uses that for that. Okay, what's included in the Neso Party Tent? Like I said, 11 foot by 22 foot, a carrying bag, which is doo-doo, and it brags about a cooler pocket for your drinks and snacks. Nah. 6 rust-proof aluminum poles, 8 foot by 2 inches. Great. 6 anchor bags to fill with natural rocks. Just use the screws. 6 daisy chain anchor cords with carabiners. Top notch. 6 ultimate ground stakes powered by orange screw. Yeah, we already know that. So now, we got that out of the way, completely out of the way. Let's talk about the setup process. So you're going to pull it out of the bag, set it out, get it laid out, ideally 2 people. I will produce a video, put a video out, completely unedited, with some music in the background that I put on because the music we had at the place is copyright protected. So I will start to finish, unedited completely by myself. It's under 10 minutes. You can do it by yourself under 10 minutes. No problem. But 2 people, you can knock it out super fast. Probably 5 minutes. Take it out, lay it out. Of course, it's going to be a huge rectangle. Just get it flat. Get your cords right at your corner, right off that corner. Right off that corner. You get them in the middle, right off from the tent fabric. Right off, right off. There's 6, right? This is important. Do not pull that super tight. You will snap poles when the wind gets up. Trust me. I've had these for years now, and I've snapped probably 2 or 3 poles, because the bigger the fabric is, the more beating it might take. And I always like to use 4 poles. I don't do the 2 thing with the wind flapping in the back. I just buy extra poles and just do 4 on the traditional Nesos. I just like that better. And I try doing really tight, like overly tight, so that, because if the wind gets up, your pole will fall down. That's an indication to you. Pack it up, put it away. Wind's too much. That's your notification. So if you get that notification on this Neso Party Tent, pack it up, guys. The wind's too much for this thing. If the poles fall over, don't try to compensate and put too much stress on those poles. They will snap. Trust me. Just get it kind of lightly taut. Nothing overly tight. Don't stretch that fabric like crazy. Let it relax out into a rectangle, and then pull your cords off from the corners straight out. Then that's where you'll put your screw, right there. Trust me. So anyway, you pop up the corner into the wind. Whatever corner will be into the wind, pop that up first. Pop up your other 5 poles and stuff. Get that up in the air, and you're completely golden. There's 2 huge pieces of fabric that are sewn down through the middle to make this thing. It is massively, unbelievably awesome to have low wind, probably under 10 miles an hour, I guess, or 8 miles an hour to 5, something like that would be ideal for this thing to sit out there. If it gets up too high, a pole will fall over, another one will follow. It's just the nature of the beast, but let that happen and pack it up. Don't force it. You will break them. I keep saying that. I'm trying to save you. Because if you break one of these poles, I don't even know if you could use the thing. So if this is the only thing you brought with you to the beach or to an event or something, for one, that's a mistake. Assume that there might be higher wind and have something else. But as a backup. But if it falls over, pack it up. Anyway, massive shade. Love it. Absolutely love it. For the big family trips once a year, this will be in the vehicle on the way down, because if there's no wind or low wind, I'm going to put this thing up and nothing else. No one could put up anything else. You just put it close to the water as you want, unless you're at like a resort type place, because they're not going to let you put this thing up unless you're like way off the beach, like third row, fourth row back. But if you at a nice secluded type beach, you're renting a house or whatever, you can do this. Put it right up there, you know, up front. Leave yourself some footage to go up there and sit and get some sun, and you back up a little bit, keep your coolers underneath it. It's fabulous. Highly recommend it for the backyard. Recommend it all day long. Can't beat it. Anywhere else, sure, go for it. It's great. For the price, the amount of shade you get, how small it packs up, how easy it is to put out. I absolutely love it. I've never had the fabric, I say this and it happens next time I take it out, but I've never had any Neso fabric rip on me whatsoever. I had a run in one and they sent me just the fabric back, a new piece of fabric because of that run, and it was a manufacturing defect, and they were cool about it, sent me a new piece of fabric. But as far as that, if you don't have a run from the beginning and you take care of it, I really think it will last. And I've had stuff packed away for a while, not in use. I used it the last time at the beach. Pull it back out. It's just the way I put it back in there. Probably got sand and salt in there. It holds up very well. Always good quality on the product that you're going to enjoy under the sun. The bag has always been doo-doo. Please, I'm sure you get this all the time. Please improve your bags. Just do it. It's so ridiculous. Anyway, that's it. Go buy it. Massive shade, can't beat it. Make sure to, link will be down in the YouTube description, so go check it out. Make sure to explode on that subscribe button and ding that bell so you get notified on the next product review I got coming out. See ya.